good morning, and how are you, faithful? Captain Niner coming to you with your Captain and Coffee morning report for February 6th, 2025. How's everybody doing this morning? Just a couple of things that we're going to go over this morning, just kind of a quick show. Still feeling a little under, so not going too into detail into most things, but let's go ahead and get this started. All right, the first thing we want to talk about is congratulations to George Kittle. Honestly, I feel like he could win this award almost every year. He is your 2024 Salute to Service winner. Obviously, you know that's one of the awards that the NFL gives out to those who give back exceptionally well to the military stuff. George, obviously, we see him before every game. He's out there. I want to say either at least handshakes, if not hugs, damn near every service member that's on the field. Um, so yeah, obviously, like I said, I feel like George wins this award whether he's actually done anything or not, kind of thing, because he's always made it a point since as far back as I can remember with him playing to always do this type of thing. So again, I think it's just them finally getting around to giving it to George, even though we know how much George does for service members and all that kind of stuff throughout his career. So again, congratulations to George for winning one of the more prestigious awards. Obviously, I'm a military brat, so this one, it's nice to see. It's always very nice to see when people give back to those who have who serve. So again, congrats to George, and we'll move on to number two. Number two, Debo. What are you thinking, brother? So Debo shows up to media day for the NFL for the Super Bowl, and he's got his AJ Brown jersey on. And I get it. Here's my thing. Where was AJ Brown in a Debo jersey when we were in the Super Bowl? That's my, like I said, I get you're supporting your boy, that you guys go back, all that, blah blah blah. But again, you know that Debo already has a contentious relationship with the fans in general. I'm not going to necessarily say with the organization. This is going to be definitely more of a fan thing. And you know how some people are going to act. I'm not necessarily mad over it or going to freak out over it. My question is, okay, you're doing that for AJ Brown. Where was AJ Brown doing it for you? That's just my thing. It's like, so I know I've already seen, I don't know how many people, because obviously I posted a picture of it on TikTok yesterday. There's lots of people just berating him and all this other kind of stuff. And it's just like, yeah, I'm not willing to go that far. Like some other people have pointed out, it's not that much different than when guys trade jerseys within the games. And I'll just push back a little bit and say I think this is a little bit different in the fact that you don't necessarily wear those jerseys. That's just a keepsake per se. This is you actually putting on someone else's jersey. And again, this is going to be more to speaking to the fan side of things, that where it's just like, as the fans, this looks bad from a fan's perspective. But again, I see he's just out there supporting his boy. But again, I also understand the people who want to say, that's just terrible. He's not going to be. I saw someone say that's him being a bad teammate, which I don't understand. This does not affect the team in any way. This just is, again, it's a fan thing. But like I said, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I don't mind him supporting his friend, but he could have done it in other ways. That's just, yeah. So whatever. But that's obviously what's going around with Debo and all that kind of stuff. So there's that. And then last but not least, not necessarily, it's possible 49er related, but in 2026, so not next season, but the season after, the Rams will be hosting in the first ever game in Australia. Now, the NFL does not necessarily try to get divisional games to be playing overseas like they do currently over in like with the European games. They try to do it, so it's not divisional games. So most likely it will not be the 49ers, but you never know. They might switch things up. Maybe they start the game with the Rams and say the 49ers down there, and then they come back up or something like that. So who knows exactly how this is going to be. So there's something to look forward to in the 2026 season is that the Rams will be playing in Australia, which is kind of cool. That's a long-ass flight, though. I want to say it's like 16 hours or something like that. So, I mean, at least it's a West Coast team. I don't think you would ever send like an East Coast team to Australia. So more than likely, the farthest west you would probably go, maybe Denver. Let's see who we got. So we got Denver that could possibly play the Rams, the Raiders, and the Chargers. Since you want to do non-conference type games, that's kind of your only choices for the most part. Like I said, so Denver, Yeah, that's pretty much all you got. So that's kind of what you're picking from. So there is a chance this one might be a divisional game, but we'll see. We'll see how it happens. It definitely goes towards what the NFL wants to do with the NFL expanding itself and getting a bigger audience in general overall. But yeah, so that's all I got for you today. There's nothing going on for Niner Faithful Radio today, and then also me and media are not going to be doing the 49er Captain Media Show. He's got some stuff going on with school, I believe. He's still taking care of that. So next time you'll see this pretty face will be tomorrow morning. We do the morning report, and then tomorrow evening on the Niner Faithful Radio Weekend Review Show, I believe it's just going to be me. I think TJ said he's going to try, but he has something going on with work. I might see if somebody else wants to join and see if they're going to jump in. But I will be doing our first mock draft of the year. Actually, I'll kind of do two of them. One of them just basically who I would pick right now, just straight down the draft, and I do a second one if we get Myles Garrett. So we'll see. If we were to perceivably get Myles Garrett in some sort of a trade with the Browns, I'll do a second one with that. All right, faithful. But until then, y'all have a good day. Fa fatai ta lava. One love.